Welcome to day 19 of the Hero Podcast, here with me, Superman. In the last few days, you will have seen a lot of me talking about these cryptocurrencies and what I've been investing in. And what I have loved about doing cryptocurrencies now for over a week is just seeing the volatility of the market. Okay, it is very unpredictable, as you probably saw in my podcast a few days ago, where I essentially had a rant about the fact it was so unpredictable, you don't know which way it's going to go. One day is like this, 39%, increase on yesterday, and then the next day it's in this position at minus 9%. And you just kind of think, why? What led to it growing so fast and then dropping so fast at the same time? Okay, so I love cryptocurrencies, though. What I have found is that it is a really exciting area to be in right now. So anyway, what I wanted to bring you today is what have been the amazing recent successes of cryptocurrencies. Okay, because I've been looking at it, and in fact, it was one of the reasons why I got into this game in the first place. Now, the first cryptocurrency that got my attention was this, Bitcoin Plus. Okay, now, Bitcoin Plus, if you had invested in Bitcoin Plus around about a year and a half ago, it was at 0.0, it was at 8 or so cents. Okay, there it is, it's at 8 cents right there. I'm sure there's a better example of where it's maybe lower. Okay, there was one there, 7 cents for one of these Bitcoin Plus coins. And today, look at the value. It's now at $80. It has essentially multiplied in value by 1,000 times. What that means is that if you had put $1,000 into Bitcoin Plus back at the time when it was 0.07 in September or so last year in 2015, yes, September 2015, if you had put $1,000 worth of money into Bitcoin Plus, you would now have $1 million, because that $1,000 would have been times by 1,000, and now you would have $1 million. That is exceptional. That gives you an indication of the amazing power, volatility, and excitement of cryptocurrencies. Okay, now this doesn't happen every day. This doesn't happen with every single cryptocurrency. Some haven't realized their full potential yet. But what I have found with cryptocurrencies is if you get in the early stages when the price is at 0.0000 something in Bitcoin, then your money goes a lot further. There's obviously more of a journey to travel with that cryptocurrency should it realize somehow the incredible rise that Bitcoin Plus has had. And that is one of the reasons why I think that Digibyte has incredible potential moving forward. I think Digibyte could be one of the biggies, okay? And at the moment, it's at 680. Okay, so it's still, in my opinion, undervalued. Now, if we have a look back to, even just a few days ago, you can see that Digibyte was tremendously low in value, and now it's risen right up. And this is even before the Minecraft version 2 that's coming out soon that has got Digibyte available to mine. So I think that Digibyte still has a long way to go, and it's still got quite a few zeros in front of it, and has the potential to be one of these one day, as long as the implementation is done correctly and the speculative value keeps going up, and then the subsequent actual value of Digibyte being available in Minecraft being a very popular game, League of Legends being a very popular game. If it is implemented correctly, then there's absolutely no doubt it could experience the same rise as Bitcoin Plus. Now let's have a look at another recent example. PIVX. Now PIVX is currently worth $1.05. Okay, now if we go back to March, which was at a time when I thought about buying PIVX. I was so close to buying PIVX. Look, it wasn't even 1 cent in January. In January, it wasn't 1 cent. Okay, and now it is $1. Right, so if you had invested $1,000 in PIVX, you would now have $100,000. If you had invested, you know, $10,000 into PIVX, you'd now have $1 million. If you'd invested $100,000 into PIVX, which I know of people that did in this early stage, you would have $10 million, I think. So this gives you an indication, and this is a more compact example. The example I showed you with Bitcoin Plus shows you being able to multiply your value by 1,000 over the course of a year and a half. This one shows you that in less than half a year, you could have made 100 times your money back. Okay, so you could have been a millionaire if you put, you know, $10,000 dollars into it. Let's have a look at another one. Dash. Now, Dash is also a recent success story. Look at the value right now. $135. Yet, if we go back to... Even if we go back to December, it was at less than $10. So if you'd have put $1,000 into Dash at this point, it would have turned into 10,000. Because essentially the price is times multiplied by over 10. Okay, it's gone over 10. So if you'd have put, you know, $1,000 into Dash at this point, you'd have $13,000 now. If you had put $10,000 into Dash, which one of my friends did, then they basically sold all the Dash when it was worth $85, and since then it's hiked up to $135. So if you'd have put $10,000 into Dash in just December, 6 months ago, if you'd have put $10,000 into Dash, you would now have $135,000. This is where the whole love and excitement for cryptocurrency comes from. Okay, looking at the historical successes, the recent incredible multipliers that Dash, Bitcoin Plus and PIVX have been, is a reason why people love cryptocurrencies. And I think probably the most recent example of this is Ripple. Ripple has also led to incredible gains for the community that got in early. When it got to a cent, which was at the end of March, which was literally a month and a half ago, when it was at a cent, if you had have put $1,000 into it right there and then, you would now have $33,000. That is incredible, okay? From $1,000 to $33,000 in essentially a month and a half. What? That is insane. So this gives you another indication and a very recent success story about the blowing up of a cryptocurrency and getting in there at the right time. Now, I would like to ask of my community that watches this, the people that are experienced in Ripple, in Dash, in Bitcoin Plus, why did they go for this? Now, the reason why I heard about this was because people were just blowing up about it. People were saying, this is going to go up, this is going to go up, get in there. But why? Why is it? Now, there are 4 criteria I look for when I invest into a cryptocurrency. Number 1 is having a good entry point. Okay, so at the moment, I want to sell off some of my stock in other things. So Bitcoin I want to sell. I want to sell Burst. There's another one, NXT. I want to sell these and I want to essentially invest it all into Digibyte, but I'm not willing to until the price goes to about 400. It's at 679 now, and I want it to go down into the 400s before I put my money in. Okay, so that's what I am waiting for. Now, yesterday, this got to 495, and I missed that opportunity. It went back up to 500, and I thought, no, I'm not going to do it. I was very principled. It may never go down to 400 again, but I want to invest at an entry point. And if I invest in that entry point, then from a psychological point of view, I'm happy. Because Digibyte has certainly been above the 600s recently, and I know that as the deadline closes to it being implemented in Minecraft, that I've got only a small amount of time to get a load of Digibyte. Okay, so entry point is the first thing. The second thing is the infrastructure around the cryptocurrency. What does their website look like? What are the innovations coming up that are going to help a Digibyte thrive and really catapult in value? Now, Digibyte is the example I'm going to talk about here, because if I just go to Google and I type in Minecraft Digibyte, then I know that there is very soon to be an update to Minecraft which will have Digibyte ability to mine. Okay, you'll be able to mine Digibyte. Okay, so this came up 11 days ago. It actually came up on Steam, which is the social network that I have invested cryptocurrency in, and I really want to do well. I love how Steam is looking. It's a great looking website. It's a better version of Reddit. Okay, and with Digibyte, you can see that in 25 days time, which was 11 days ago, so now it's 9 days time, it is going to be in Minecraft. MineThatDigi.com. So essentially, this has really excited me. I think there's a hell of a lot in value of Digibyte. So I want to make sure I am in there. And the thing is that Digibyte has got a good innovation behind it. It's going to be in one of the best ever PC games ever released. If we have a look at DigibyteGaming.com, then you can see here that it is linked to a number of massive games. Counter-Strike, League of Legends, World of Warcraft, massive games. Okay, so this gives me an indication that Digibyte has an incredible potential behind it if this is implemented properly. The other thing, the third thing that is very important to me is the community. Now, if I have a go and if I go to Steemit.com, Steemit.com is the social network built around Steam. Okay, and you can see that it has got an engaged community that are signed up to the social network. And what's going to happen, and I know this is what's going to happen, is people are going to make Steam bigger and better than it is. You can basically have subtopics within Steam, and I know that people are going to be basically bringing their ventures into Steam. They've got communities and they are going to basically integrate them with the Steam social network. So I already know that this has got a great community and there's an ability to build new communities within it, which means that the community of Steam, it can grow exponentially, organically. Rather than people just interested in the cryptocurrency and wanting to get in there because it's linked to a cryptocurrency. No, it will have actual, tangible reasons why people would join it organically. So community is a big thing. The fourth thing is how replicatable is the cryptocurrency. Ripple looks like it's got a real air of officialness to it, if that's a word. It really looks like it is a payment method for the future. You know, it looks like it's got some great functionality and features. And features is what's important, and I think this is a key driver for Ripple. And this is the same principle I have applied to Steam. It's a social network. It's not easily replicatable. The same to Digibyte. It's not easily replicatable that you can mine an actual cryptocurrency within a game. And the great thing is about Digibyte and Steemit is that they seem quite in tune with each other. Okay, so I really like those two. Those are the two I'm going for because Ethereum has blown up recently. It's also gone down. I'm not necessarily sure it is at its current value. I think it's been slightly overvalued. That's my own personal opinion. But things like Digibyte and Steam, I think, are undervalued cryptocurrencies that have an incredible future. So, just to summarize then, the reason why I love cryptocurrencies is really because looking at the social proof of cryptocurrencies, there is real social proof and evidence that you can make a hell of a lot of money back. Okay, so the reward is very high. There's also the potential to lose it. Okay, if you invest in something for too long, it'll suddenly drop in value, and unless you kind of get unemotional about it and get rid of it, you could lose a load of money. Okay, so that is something about cryptocurrencies that, is there and is evident and can happen. But the volatility on the positive side is really exciting. Also, the fact that you could apply some brains to it, all right? So my criteria means applying some brains to it, some logic and rationale behind my purchasing decisions, I suppose. So by having the two working in tandem, if you are able to achieve the high rises due to the criteria you apply, you've got a potential winning formula for investing in cryptocurrencies for the long term and making an actual sustainable, consistent business with it, even though the prices are very volatile and it's not predictable. So, cryptocurrencies is the in thing right now. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in day 20.